All right, welcome everybody. Thank you very much for being here. We're here to celebrate a $2 million grant award from the Biden-Harris administration towards our ceasefire strategy and our Department of Violence Prevention. So speaking here today, we're going to have Oakland Mayor Sheng Thao. We're going to have DVP Chief Holly Joshi. We're going to have Barbara Lafitte Alawale, the leader of Faith in Action East Bay. And we have Brooklyn Williams, our Chief of Safety and Community Education, and she's going to be here to answer some questions too. So we'll do the presentation, then after that we'll take some questions on this subject, but on this subject alone. And with that, I'm going to start with Oakland Mayor Sheng Thao.
It is so amazing to be with you all this morning. Good morning, everyone. I want to say that due to the re-implementation of our ceasefire strategy, we are seeing a 33% reduction in homicides year to date. So far this year, 34 less people have been killed. That means 34 less families have been devastated by senseless tragedy and gun violence. This is not an accident, and I want to be very key about that. This is by design. It is direct results of the shift in our strategy under my administration. We've implemented, with the support of the California Partnership for Safe Communities, our ceasefire program to fidelity. A shift that increased our investment into DVP and fully re-implementing the ceasefire strategy. This is the result of the hard work of our DVP staff, some who are standing right here with us today, and the vision that this administration had to do to course correct. In less than a year and a half, we have reversed a 4-year trend of higher crime and more homicides. There is more work to be done, of course, but a 33% reduction in homicides is encouraging and a sign that we here in Oakland, that we are on the right track, and that the Biden and Harris administration acknowledges that. So I want to thank the ceasefire partners, those in DVP, in OPD, probation, the DA's office, of course Chief Joshi, Chief Mitchell from OPD, and the faith-based leaders who have made this change in this direction possible. This is why we invested in re-implementing ceasefire. It is data-driven. We know it works. These positive results are direct yields from the strategy. It's evidence-based, and it is proven and has proven time and time again that it works. To speak specifically about what brought us here today and the wonderful investment in Oakland from the Biden and Harris administration is going to be our own Chief of the Department of Violence Prevention, Dr. Holly Joshi.
Thank you, everyone. We are so grateful to be standing here today accepting this award from the Office of Justice Programs, Bureau of Justice Administration's Community-Based Violence Intervention and Prevention Initiative. This $2 million investment will be given to the DVP over 3 years and will result in our ability to hire 3 additional life coaches, taking our team from 10 life coaches to 13. These 3 additional life coaches will work with 75 of Oakland's most vulnerable community members. The DVP's role in the ceasefire lifeline strategy, of course, is prevention and intervention. The violence interrupters that are standing behind us today and the life coaches that are standing behind us today are essential to the strategy. The role of the violence interventionist, the role of my life coaches is to work one-on-one with those individuals who've been identified as most at risk of picking up a gun or being a victim of gun violence within the next 90 days. They build relationships and they allow people to access the resources that they deserve to get off cycles of violence and to keep themselves healthy, safe, and thriving. We're thankful for this significant investment in a strategy that is working, in a department, the Department of Violence Prevention, that is finally being recognized as critical to Oakland's long-term, strategic, comprehensive approach to community health and safety. I want to thank Mayor Thao's administration for believing in us, investing in us, and re-implementing a strategy that has worked in Oakland before. I want to thank the DVP staff for their tireless efforts, their self-sacrificing every day, and their commitment to working with Oakland's hardest to reach populations. And I want to recognize the importance of our faith-based community leaders who have been at the forefront of this strategy since the very beginning. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Faith in Action East Bay leader, Ms. Barbara.
All right. My name is Barbara Lafitte Olubole, and I have been a Faith in Action East Bay, formerly Oakland Community Organizations leader for over 25 years. My family, like many others in Oakland, was traumatized by gun violence in 2003. My son, Tokumbo, we called him Tokes, was celebrating his 22nd birthday with a few friends when a gunman emptied his assault weapon into his body. With the small amount of strength we had remaining in our bodies, after this traumatizing blow, we began organizing to stop gun violence. Faith in Action East Bay leaders united with us and began organizing to get ceasefire in Oakland. Faith in Action East Bay is honored to be in partnership with DVP and others. Our ceasefire partnership works collaboratively with DVP, OPD, probation, the mayor's office, the DA's office, the faith-based community, and many others to reduce gun violence, build trust, and transform public safety with communities throughout Oakland. Without resources like this grant being given to DVP today, the ceasefire strategy would not be as successful as it can be. This grant will allow the strategy to offer more impacted men and women a genuine offer of opportunities for help, services through Oakland's Department of Violence Prevention and its network. Without resources like this grant, we would not be standing here today with a 33% reduction in homicides and shootings in Oakland. But we are, and we are hopeful that this grant will help us reach bigger reductions by the end of the year. We thank the Biden-Harris Administration Bureau of Justice Administration. Thank you.